Hi everyone, welcome to Sitsipandknit. My name is Marie and I'm coming to you as always from just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is my yarny goodness podcast about everything knit, crochet, and some other crafty things that I might be happen to be doing. This is podcast number 16. It is, I don't know if I said or not, it's Monday, November 15th. But anyway, I wanted to pop on because it won't be a very long podcast, but I wanted to be sure and announce the winner of the giveaway that I was running. It was the giveaway where I asked you to please comment below episode 14. I asked you to to comment about something little that makes you happy. So I wanted to be sure and pick a winner for you today. Before I do that, I want to thank everyone who commented. Those of you that have subscribed and followed me on this journey with my podcast here. Those of you that are new and those that have happened along. Maybe you're just seeing this for the first time. I want to be sure and let you know you're welcome here. I hope you find something that you like and you'll subscribe, and so you will get notifications when I podcast in the future. All right. Like I always say, this is Sit, Sip, and Knit. I am sitting, I'm not knitting, not yet, but I am sipping some wonderful hot peach tea with a little bit of honey in it, and it's making me very happy, along with my what I'm wearing here, nice and snuggly today. So grab something that you like to drink, grab some knitting, and I'll get started. All right, I'll start with what I am wearing. This is a top-down cardigan here that I made quite a long time ago. You can see it's pilling quite a bit. It's just a very loose fitting, very warm with a little bit of lace cardigan here. The pattern is actually, let me grab that. I have the pattern here. It is called Sandshore. It has that beautiful lace panel in the back also. But it is called Sandshore, and it's done by Alicia Plummer. It is one that I've made a couple times, and I've made it in this yarn. This is an Alpca yarn. It's been so long I don't even have the ball band, but an Alpca yarn here. The pattern I think was done with a linen, actually a linen yarn, but I've also done it with in Malabrigo Rios, and they've held up just wonderfully. I've actually taught this pattern to some people that have never done a cardigan and wanted to learn the top-down construction. So it's a good first pattern to do if you want to try your hand at a cardigan. There's no buttons, but you can certainly put buttons on it if you want. You can make the sleeves longer or shorter in all types of yarns. I've seen it made in all types of yarns, but this one is nice warm alpaca, and it's keeping me warm today. Anyway, just like everything I talk about, this included, I will put in the link to it below in the show notes. I also want to let you know that I will link below where you can find me. I am on Instagram. I am on Facebook. I have a Ravelry. We have a Ravelry group out there with another giveaway that I'll talk about in a minute. And I have an email address. So those of you that can't use Ravelry or don't use Instagram, you can always email me. So that information will be listed below for you. All right. So last time I think I told you I was hoping to be wearing my Ranunculus that I was working on. This is the second or third time I've started this Ranunculus. But you know what? I put it aside because I have one finished object that I just had to do. It was quick, it was easy, Let me show it to you. And adorable. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it, but look how cute this little hat is. This is a little Santa hat for my 1-year-old granddaughter. It fits her perfectly. I don't actually, for some reason, I don't even have the pattern name here, but I will link it below for you. I know a couple people have asked. But anyway, quick and easy to do. Just a simple rib, you know, some decreases at the top, and add a little pom-pom there. You can't get any cuter, and it does fit her, it fits her perfectly. But anyway, so she'll be able to get that now. I tried it on her, but she couldn't take it home because Grandma had to show it on the podcast. So this might be one of a little thing that you might want to try your hand at for the Ravelry make-along that I'm still running. For a finished object, you might be able to get this done. While I mentioned that, let me go ahead and talk about that make-along. The last 2 podcasts I put out that I wanted to do a make-along. It didn't have to be knitting. It could be knit, crochet, cross-stitch, any crafty thing that makes you happy. It's the little things in life that we have to concentrate now on things that make us happy. And so that's what I wanted to do. So that make-along is running out there in my Ravelry group, which I'll put below. If you comment out there, if you put a finished object out there, a half-finished object, just share your ideas out there. I will be drawing a couple winners, actually 3 winners, from that Ravelry thread out there. You have until the end of November, the last day on November. I said I would go ahead and close that thread and pick 3 winners. So you still have time, about 2 weeks, to go ahead and get your little things made up and put out there. If you don't use Ravelry, you can certainly go ahead and email me, and I will include you, be sure and include you in that giveaway. So that's the one giveaway that I'm running, that make-along. And then to come will be the other one that I'm going to announce. We have 1 winner for that, and I'll announce that after I show you a couple works in progress. All right, so let me show you my Ranunculus. I talked about it. I hope that I would have it finished for this podcast. It is a project that I started, ripped out, not because of the pattern, because I couldn't find the right yarn for it. And if you watched last podcast, you know that I finally found the right yarn. I have that ball band here. The yarn I found was the Mountain Colors Tweed yarn, and let me show you it here. I made a lot of progress, but I didn't finish it. But let me show you. This is my Ranunculus. Can you see that there? It's top down with that little bit of a lacy bodice there. I am making it a little bit longer than the pattern calls for. I'm going to do a nice long ribbing on it. That's just how I like my sweaters to fit. And this is all the yarn I have. This is the yarn I have left. I had 3 of them. 3 of them? Yes, this is the 3rd ball. It's a DK weight yarn in the colorway, let me see, Burgundy. The colorway is Burgundy, and you can see those little flecks of tweed in there, right? I think it's just beautiful. There you go. That's the perfect color. But anyway, so I'm going to make that long rib, like I said, and I'm going to make the sleeves as long as I can get, probably 3/4 length sleeves with what I have left. I have made it before. It's a wonderful pattern. People have made it with fingering weight yarn, lace weight yarn. It could be as light and airy as you like, or a normal pullover like this in a DK weight yarn. I just went down needle size with it, and to be sure that it fit. And I think it's just coming out just perfect, just what I wanted. So anyway, again, that's the Ranunculus. Did I show you that pattern? Maybe I did. I can't remember here. Anyway, I will link that pattern below. A lot of people, here it goes. Did I show this? I'm not sure. But anyway, that's it there. There's different ways to make it with a wider neck. The smaller neck is what I'm doing with the shorter sleeves, cropped, however you want. But it's a great pattern. So maybe that's something you might want to try. And hopefully next podcast, I'll be wearing this. I'm really hoping. I can't wait to get that done, actually. But I did put that on hold because I have to finish the Santa hat, which I just had to do just as a palette cleanser, I guess. But next week here in America, we will be celebrating Thanksgiving, and my niece and nephew are hosting this year. Typically it's myself or my sister, but they moved into a beautiful home and they wanted to have Thanksgiving and everybody over. So to thank her, I wanted to do a hat for her. She likes slouchy hats. So let me show you the pattern that I picked. I know it's been made by lots of people, and maybe you've made it. It is this hat here. It's called the Sockhead Hat by Kelly McClure. But anyway, the Sockhead Hat here, it's done with sock weight yarn. It is slouchy. Let me show you the yarn here that I am using. It's, as I'm looking around, other than the red Santa hat, it's going to be a purple kind of day because this is like a black purple, almost just like my Ranunculus. But anyway, it's a sock weight yarn by Knit Picks. I have never used this yarn. It's Hawthorn fingering. It is a tonal hand painted yarn, 357 yards to 100 grams. It is an 80-20 yarn, machine washable, dryable, which is wonderful for my niece. She can, doesn't have to worry about that. Let me show you here. So this is the start of it. Actually, I've got a lot done. It's a lot of knitting, repetitive knitting, very therapeutic though. But anyway, this long ribbing here, you can see that. Now I'm just in stockinette in the round. I think you go, I don't know, 11 or 12 inches or whatever, depending on size. But before you start to decrease, but that'll give it that slouchy look, or you can fold the brim up, I guess, if you like. Her colors, she does like darker colors, and she likes purples, so I thought this would be perfect for her. So I'm really working on this, and I intend to get this done before anything else so that I can give this to her on Thanksgiving. So this is a little thing that's making me happy too, but it'll make me even happier if it fits her. So I'm hoping for that. Anyway, something you might want to try, the Sockhead Hat. Okay, and if you've been watching me, you know, just like a lot of people, I always have to have a pair of socks on the needles. I finished a pair last week. They've been keeping my feet nice and warm at work and cozy. So I am going to start another pair of socks. In fact, today, I'm starting that today. But I wanted to talk about the yarn and the pattern, actually. Let me show you the pattern that I'm going to be doing. It is a pattern that I know a lot of people have done. I've tried it with a different yarn. It's just, I ripped it out because the yarn wasn't right for this pattern. But I found the perfect yarn. Like I said, I want to talk about that. But let me tell you the pattern first. Show you it here. This is the pattern. It is great with a self-striping yarn. So I'm going to be using a self-striping yarn. The pattern is Heel Toe Do-Si Do, and it is by the Crazy Sock Lady, Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. So that's what I'm going to be starting. So let me talk about the yarn. And this, I've talked about her, I've showed a pair of socks that I finished. Was that the last podcast? I don't know, but I finished them. I got yarn from Fibernymph Dye Works. Lisa. Lisa is her name. She is a Pennsylvania yarn dyer here. I think she's on the other side of the state from me. But anyway, I've showed her yarn before. But I wanted to talk about this one. This is, let me tell you the name of the yarn. The colorway of the yarn is called Marie's Custom Pie Colorway. Lisa does her yarns are beautiful. I love the feel of them. The colors are gorgeous. She has out there on her website where you can pick your own colors. She worked with me. I sent her some color samples of colors that I like and what I kind of had in mind, and she worked it up for me. Just beautiful. Wait till you see. I'll show you in a minute. But I did want to talk about the yarn here. She also has the 99% Knitting podcast out there. So I'll link all that below so you can find her out there. You can find her yarn. You can find her podcast. But what was I going to say? I don't know. Let me show you the yarn. Okay. Look at this yarn. Oh my gosh. This is me. She got it spot on. The colors, I wanted purples and greens and maybe some grays or blacks. Look at that. I already wound it up because I want to start those socks. But look at those beautiful, beautiful colors. Oh, this is just me, just perfect. And I picked the Bedazzled base. This is the Bedazzled base. I believe you can pick any base that you wanted out there. If you chose, for your own colorway. This is a 75-25% silver stellina, 438 yards. It's a fingering weight yarn, self-striping. Look at that. I can't wait to start my socks, and along with, it'll go just beautifully with my purple ranunculus. So I'm hoping to show you that also, at least maybe one sock finished by the next podcast. But like I said, I wanted to show you this beautiful yarn and give you her information. She actually is doing a shop update, I think today at 5 p.m. I kind of jumped the gun. I've been waiting for her new colors, Christmas colors, to come out. But I think it's at 5 o'clock today. And I'm going to get out there and check out what she has. And I hope you check her out too. But anyway, so that is not a work in progress yet, but it will be. And that was the Heel Toe Do-Si Do socks that I will be making. All right. So the only other thing I actually want to show you is something Okay. I lied. Oh, how could I forget this? I don't know. Lisa from the Fibernymph Dye Works is running a Christmas Advent, and I've never participated in that. But when it came to her yarns, I knew I just had to get in on it. I don't believe you can get in on it now, but it might be something you want to think about. I know last year I was wondering what it was all about, and I watched other people opening their Advents. But this year I got in on it, and it was through the Fibernymph Dye Works, like I said. Look at this lovely, beautiful organza bag here with all these yummy little separate packages in here. I believe there are 24 yummy goodness packages in here to open each day of the month of December with, and I included a, I think you could include, or you didn't have to, a full skein that I'll open on Christmas Day. Anyway, I just can't wait. I had to hide this from myself so that I don't rip into it now. I am going to open one package every day, and I'm going to, she has a special pattern out there also for this, like a scrappy shawl pattern that she did just for this Advent. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one or what I'm going to do, but I can't wait to do it. So, like I said, you might want to check her out. All right. So that was one acquisition that I got. The other one, I was looking for some beautiful Christmassy type yarns, of course, and I went with my the Badsheepyarn company out of North Pole, Alaska. I've ordered from them before. It came so quick. It is so beautiful. And when I saw this out there, I just had to get a skein. This one, let me show you. Look at that beautiful skein. It's called Evergreen. And doesn't that just look like Christmas evergreen? Oh my goodness. And you can even see the sparkle in it. It's that time of year, the sparkly season. For me, sparkles are all the time. But anyway, I just had to have this beautiful, lovely skein. Again, that is by Badsheepyarn Company out of North Pole, Alaska. Maybe I'll do mitts out of this. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I knew I had to have it. So, but I'll share with you. This is another project that I wanted to start for Christmas. Maybe some Christmas socks or maybe some Christmas mitts I'll do out of this loveliness. But I'm saving this for the month of December for my Christmas knitting. And I'll be able to show you that hopefully in that podcast, which will be in December. So that'll be linked below for you also. All right, I think that's all I have for you. Like I said, it's a little shorter podcast because I mainly wanted to get to the giveaway for the comments in podcast number 14. And I want to show you here, let me grab my little bag here. I had 15 people that commented, and I really appreciate you commenting on it. And it was lovely to read. The comments were all over the place. I love the one about shaved legs, or anyway, it was just, and the pets and the kids. I mean, it's all wonderful. Those are the things that make us happy in life that we hold on to. So I went ahead, I didn't do random number generator because I didn't want my son to win. He was wonderful and commented on the podcast also. I don't think he'd like the Yarny prize that I'm going to give away. So I went ahead and I have everybody's name here. 15 of you are all on these little slips of paper here that I pre-did. And I wanted to pull it right here on the podcast for you. So here's my little bag by My Needle Crafts, my little sock bag that I just love. You're all going in there. I'm going to shake you up, and we're going to get a winner. I'll show you what you win. How about after I pick the name? How about that? That's right. I never even show you what you're going to win. But, okay, I won't look. I'm just going to grab one. And whoever it is, if you can message me, either at my email address would be the best, but whichever way you want to do it is fine. The winner is Rachel King. I don't know if you can see that or not, but Rachel, you are the winner of, let me show you here what you won. You have won a beautiful fingering set here. It is by Ancient Arch Yarn. It's their Sock NATO Twisters. It's a mini skein kit here. It's 80/20 fingering weight yarn. And I don't know if it has a color name or not, but they're all pretty peachy pink type yarns there. So that is what you win, Rachel. And I also wanted to send along a little bag here where you can keep your double points. Right there, I keep mine in one of these, or when my cable needles, things like that, and it rolls up. It just rolls up and ties. So that is for you, Rachel. So if you will send me your mailing information, I will get this out to you. All right, and thank you everybody that commented. And please remember to go out there and join the make-along. Put your finished objects, half-finished objects, ideas. If you just put a comment out there under the Ravelry group, you will be entered to win, and that will be drawn on the last day of November. All right. Well, to those of you here in America, happy Thanksgiving coming up. To everybody else, happy everything. Bye.